Boxes are what the CrossFit community calls its gyms. Boxes are also what women are put into by society and culture when it comes to fitness or anything really. Why is there such a stigma behind women in the gym? Why can't women freely and non-judgmentally have muscles too? Why is skinny and pretty encouraged for women and not strong and independent or fierce? These are questions I have asked for years. So I'm finally taking them to where I know best to see if there are answers, and if so, where they come from. This is my community, the Boxes of CrossFit.
Hey, I'm Shayna. I'm the owner at Elite Fitness 256, where I am a coach and also a member. I think it's very important for us to set an example for other women, to show them that we are just normal women. We have normal everyday lives just like they do, normal 9-to-5 jobs, moms, wives, our own hobbies, and we still enjoy coming in here, lifting weights, getting healthier, getting stronger, and doing things for ourselves. So I feel like lifting weights does carry over into more functional fitness as far as teaching you how to properly pick up your child, put them in the car seat, pick up something from the ground and put it on a top shelf. They're going to teach you the proper form to do that to prevent injuries. Where when you get on a machine, you can get stronger in those movements, but you're not building up functional fitness. That's mostly just to get your heart rate up, get you going, get you a good pump, and then you're going to go lift some weights. I've been doing this for almost 6 years, and I've gotten so much stronger, so much healthier, so much faster, but I'm not bulky, you know? Like, I don't have those big boulder shoulders and those big old thick quads, but I mean, I can tell a big difference in my everyday life just doing things with the kids and lifting things at home when I'm alone and my husband's not there to help me. I can just do things for myself that I couldn't do before. Once I started coaching, it really it's so crazy because the guys will come in here and they lift heavy and you're like, oh yeah, good job. But when a girl comes in here and lifts heavy, you're just like, oh my gosh, that's so amazing. I'm so proud of you. Like, it's just, a lot of them are scared of it at first. They don't want to have a barbell over their head, or they might have, a lot of them have bad knees, you know, but they come in here and they continue until they get better and better and stronger, and then until they're lifting the same amount as the guys. And it's just truly amazing. It just fills your heart with joy whenever you're watching somebody do something they couldn't do before and you were there to help them along the way. When I first started, I would not speak to people I didn't know at all. Like, I wouldn't walk up to y'all and be like, hey, I'm Sarah, how are you? I'm so glad you're here. But that's what we do now, because I know what it feels like to walk into a gym and be uncomfortable just because you're socially awkward. Now, I would walk in somewhere and have no problem being like, hey, I'm Shayna, what do I do? You know, just tell me where to go and that's what I'm going to do. But now that I'm on the other side of it, I think it's easier for me as a gym owner to know that how important that is to welcome people in the doors.
Hi, my name is Miranda Humphrey and I've been doing CrossFit since 2017. I started because I was in a really tough spot mentally and physically. I wasn't happy with my body. I was coming off of 4 unsuccessful rounds of fertility treatments. I'd had a back injury a couple years prior that really set me back. All I did was get out of the car, and that twisting motion really hurt my back, and had to have a couple procedures done for that. So I wasn't happy with my body, the way it looked. I didn't like that I would clean house and be in the bed for 2 days, and I was just 30 years old, and I was like, this is not what it's supposed to be like. And so one of my friends posted that she had been coming to CrossFit, to a women's class here, and I knew if she was doing it that I could do it, because she had had a lot of injuries too, and the entire time my doctors had told me if I would just strengthen my core that my back would stabilize and it would actually help me. And so that's what brought me to CrossFit. As a woman, I was terrified to step foot back in the gym. It had been 12 years since I had graduated high school or had any type of athletic involvement. I was scared that it would look like I didn't know what I was doing or that I couldn't do the movements. I was scared to be in a class with people I didn't know. Are they going to make fun of me? I didn't want to wear a tank top because I felt like my arms were too big. I had all of these scary thoughts and anxieties and worries over starting to the gym. But what finally pushed me to actually start was when I was more worried about what happened if I didn't start, if I didn't outwork the genetics I had working against me, if I didn't outwork my back that was already going down. And where am I going to be in a year or 5 years down the road? And that became more important to me than what do I look like in a tank top and what do I do if I can't do this movement. And so I started the gym. For me, when I started, it wasn't so much about being skinny as I wanted to be strong. What's wrong with a woman being strong? I wanted to be strong. I think in our community it's not thought twice about a man going to work out, but if a woman wants to go work out and better her health and needs to find a babysitter to go work out, she will take a beating for it sometimes. You know, you're not making time for your kids, or you're choosing the gym over your kids, or you need to be home doing this, or you need to be home doing that. But what I found was the more classes that I came to, the stronger I got, the more that translated into everyday life and how I was able to get all the groceries in after I went and got them, how I could play in the yard longer with my son, and I could clean house now and be fine and not have to be in the bed for 2 days. And mentally, it put me in a better spot. It showed me that I was tougher than I thought I was and that I could work through more than I thought I could.
Hi, my name is Hannah Hanson and I am a coach and a member here at Elite Fitness 256. I feel like there is such a strong stigma around women in the gym and working out. It's because, for one, a lot of women are moms, and there's like a lot of mom guilt that goes with that. Moms feel guilty for leaving their families, especially times that typical gym classes happen, like in the afternoons when your whole family's getting home and there's sports and then there's supper and there's fast and there's homework. A lot of moms feel guilty for leaving their family during that time and coming to the gym. A lot of times when you see like fitness ads for brands of exercise equipment, for instance, a lot of times you'll see women running on the treadmill or doing spin classes, that type of thing. Whenever you see men in fitness ads, a lot of times they're lifting weights, like free weights or, you know, machines that have weights, that sort of thing. So when you see a man lifting weights, it doesn't really catch your attention like it would when you see a woman. And I think necessarily that culture is just here because of the fitness ads that we have, the commercials that you see. And so when you go into a gym, it catches people's attention when you see women lifting weights versus a man, because it's just not what people are really used to. So if I could tell my younger self something that I know now, it would be to start sooner and to find that person that would be my accountability partner. You know, it would be to listen, because there's a few people along my path that had tried to encourage me to come to the gym with them, you know, women. And I had that same idea in my head that, you know, oh no, I'm not going to do that, because, you know, I know what people say about her for going there and doing that. I don't want people to say those things about me, you know. But I wish I could tell myself to start sooner, you know, because, and I wish I would have told myself to not listen to those voices in my head that were put there from everywhere else, because I would have progressed sooner, I would have been happier sooner. Like, I wouldn't want to waste any more time getting to that feeling that I got to once I finally let all those thoughts go that are surrounded by a woman in the gym, being strong and working out and doing those type things.